My name's Ben, and today we've got one of my favourite Porsche Taycans to show you around. This example is a 22 on a 72 registration Taycan Turbo, and it is the Cross Turismo variant, which in my opinion, with the off-road design pack which this car has, and we'll point out what that is to you as we walk around, it just makes it the best looking version of the Taycan you can get, in my personal opinion. And this car is an extremely elegant combination of cherry metallic over the two-tone interior in black and crayon, and we'll show you around with the endless list of cost options on this car. It's covered by the balance of its manufacturer's warranty until December 2025, and most importantly, the beautiful paintwork is protected by full body paint protection film, so the whole car has a clear film over it to protect it from any damage from stone chips or small scuffs, stuff like that. It's very, very expensive to have that done on a car of this size. But starting at the front end, we'll talk you through some of the cost options, the first of which being the headlights. So these are the PDLS Plus headlights with the dynamic high beam as well, matrix beam headlights. So the most powerful headlight option that you can have on this car. I really like the contrast of all of the silver sections. So the exterior kit is in silver to go against the cherry metallic, and it stands out really beautifully, and there's lots of bits to that we'll show you as we go around the car. And then the first bits of the sport design, or the off-road design pack rather I should say, so that you get these extra flicks in the front bumper here, and also just behind the wheel here as well. You've got these extra flicks here, and some more of that silver touches with the model designation down the side there. 21-inch Taycan Cross Turismo exclusive wheels. So these wheels were launched with the Cross Turismo, and they're really sort of cool in the way they're designed with all these sort of holes in them. All finished in diamond cut on the faces and then metallic grey on the inserts. And we've got the Porsche surface coated brakes behind there, so they're like a smooth finish brakes. They don't go rusty if you just wash the car, etc. And that's a big cost option, along with the black metallic brake calipers. Electric charge door covers, so you can just swipe your finger under that and they will electrically go up on both sides. Again, a cost option to have those. And then some more of the silver. So we've got the bright silver window trims, cost option, along with the aluminium roof rails, again a cost option. And on the Cross Turismos, the roof rails make a big difference to the way they look in terms of visually. There's quite a lot of them out there without roof rails, and they don't look quite right without the roof rails. And then if you have a look inside, we've got that two-tone beige and black leather interior. We've also got the, I think they call it the Paldeo dark oak wood trims as well, which again is a very unusual option, but goes beautifully with the combination on this car. Another important option is the fixed glass panoramic roof. So a full-length glass roof in the Taycan's fixed roof, and that makes it so much lighter for the front and rear passengers. We'll talk about some more of sort of the interior options as we get round the driver's side. But again, if you have a look in the back to get an idea of the space. Privacy glass on the rear three quarters as well. Advanced 4-zone climate control, so we've got an extra screen in the centre there which will illuminate when the car's on, and the rear passengers can control the climate on their own. Also heated front and rear seats as well. And then again, that roof just creating a very airy feeling in these cars. It's also a 5-seater, which again, believe it or not, is a cost option to have in the Taycan. They come as a 4-seater as standard. Some more of that off-road design pack on these extra flicks on the rear bumper and just in front of the rear wheels there as well. And then again, the Taycan Turbo lettering in silver goes really nicely with the silver bits on the body kit. Power tailgate on that button there. And then inside, we've got the box with all the cables in it. There's a rubber boot liner in the car as well. The middle row seats will fold if you do want them to, and then there's a button on the top here to shut that boot down electrically. And then coming around the driver's side, we'll jump inside and talk you through some of the interior options. Importantly, before we do so, one very big option I have gone past is this car also has rear axle steering, which again is a very big cost option on these cars. It's very difficult to show you in here, but the rear wheels will turn when you're driving at low speeds to assist with turning, and that is a huge option because it makes a big difference to the manoeuvrability of these cars. And then starting on the driver's door card, it's smooth leather finish everywhere we look as well, so all across the tops of the door cards and the tops of the dashboard. 18-way electrically adjustable adaptive seats, and that gives you these memory settings for driver and passenger, so 3 different settings for each person. We've got the Bose surround sound system on the tweeter down in the bottom of the door card there. power folding door mirrors. All of these are cost options. And then again, that beautiful wood trims on the door cards there as well. And I'll turn the car on now and we'll go through some of the interior options. So again, those 18-way seats, you get extra adjustment for the front bolster, so that will come upwards, inwards and outwards. And then we've also got tightening of the side bolsters, which again is over and above 14-way seats. And an electric steering column, which will save on those memory settings as well, so that come out towards us, up and down. And then this beautiful three-spoke multifunction heated steering wheel. So the button for heating is hidden down the bottom, but if I press that, steering wheel heating on now comes on our display in front of us. And then we've got those multifunction controls on either side. So on the left-hand side, multimedia, voice controls, a configurable button, and then the button with the battery in it turns on sort of regenerative braking. So that means the car will slow down more when you lift off the throttle without actually touching the brake pedal, to regenerate a bit more power into the batteries whilst you're driving. I actually quite like driving it with that on. It just feels more natural to me. And then on the right hand side, we've got buttons to control the displays in front of us. So when I say displays, there's the virtual cockpit in front of me, and there's also the heads up display through the windscreen, which again is a big cost option. Hopefully the camera can just about see it. But they are heavily configurable. So at the moment, obviously on my virtual display, we've got a full screen map, but I can come onto a power meter, and then we get the more traditional sort of 3 dials that we know from Porsches. And again, you can configure what you see in each of these 3 dials. So Sports Chrono, again, which is a cost option on these Taycans, traffic sign assist on the left hand side there. And with that Sports Chrono, we've got the Sports Chrono package plus with the compass display on the dashboard. So where you would normally have your Sports Chrono clock, you still have a clock, but it's also a compass in this car, which again is very cool, quite an unusual option. You don't see that very often. And we've got the mode switch on the steering wheel, which I can flick around, and we've got Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and then obviously being electric, we've got a range mode to try and give you maximum range. The car's got adaptive air suspension, so you can raise and lower the height yourself through that button, but it will also do it depending on what mode you're in. If I pop it into drive, just so I can turn the steering wheel, down on the left-hand side of the steering wheel here, we've got the cruise control, and then on the indicator stalk, if I push that away, it turns on our matrix LED headlights from the outside. And then coming across to our center displays, as you can see, there's 2 displays. This car's got the passenger display option, again, a big cost option, and the passenger can just sit there and mess around with whatever they want to do whilst you're driving along, and it doesn't affect your display in the center here. So very clever how Porsche have done that. But if we go into Porsche's own display, we've got obviously Porsche's own navigation system, which is quite far zoomed out, but it's very fast, very responsive, and there's lots you can do on that. If I put the car into reverse, we have we should have surround camera system, probably because the door's open, it's not actually coming on at the moment, and I would need to shut the door and do that to be able to show you, but it does have, I believe there might be a camera button somewhere. There you go. So 360-degree cameras, forward facing at the moment. If I popped it into reverse, that would go onto the back camera, and driver's door's open at the moment, but otherwise you'd get a perfect bird's eye view of the car on the left hand side there. And then just coming back into some settings in the car. So we have ambient lighting in this car, again, a cost option, but that's all configurable through the screen there. And then also the electric sport sound, again, cost option. So you can make the car make a noise if you want it to. Very clever. Down on the lower screen here, we've got heated seats for driver and passenger, and as I mentioned before, heated seats in the rear as well, and then various different options down here, so you can access your battery or open the boots, etc. There's also, being across Turismo, you get a gravel mode rather than a rain mode in the standard Taycan. You get a gravel mode down there, which is very cool. You can see the ambient lighting around the cup holders, a wireless phone charger in the center console here. And then again, just that massive panoramic roof makes all the difference in this car. And the Alcantara headlining is a really nice feature as well. And I'll just turn the car off and jump outside. Hopefully I've not missed too much inside, because there is a lot to talk about. But as you can see, I mean, in my opinion, it's just the most elegant Taycan we've ever had, with that cherry metallic. All of the silver highlights go beautifully with it as well. And that full body paint protection film is super important. My name's Ben. I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.